Rhea Ripley, Carlito, Liv Morgan, and others react to WWE Raw star's emotional message. Several current and former WWE personalities, including Rhea Ripley, Carlito, and Liv Morgan, recently took to social media to react to a popular Raw star's emotional message. It is none other than the Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez. Since joining the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez has become one of the most popular names in world wrestling entertainment. The star recently showcased her incredible talent against Rhea Ripley at Night of Champions. The two former friends locked horns in a brutal street fight, which ended in Ripley's favor, but Rodriguez received massive praise from fans and critics for her performance. The women's tag team champion recently took to Instagram to send an emotional message about the significance of the Boys and Girls Club of America. Rodriguez wrote that the club was essential for the kids, as it gave them a lot of experience, giving an example of her journey to becoming a WWE superstar. 1 in 19 Americans grew up in a Boys and Girls Club. The club experience opened the door to my journey to become a WWE superstar. We are proof that America needs club kids. #Opened door, she wrote. Several current and former WWE personalities reacted with a like on Raquel Rodriguez's post, including Carlito, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile, Megan Morant, Thunder Rosa, Angelo Dawkins, Renee Paquette, Ronda Rousey, Damian Priest, Kathy Kelly, Jade Cargill, Thea Hale, Natalya, Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, Tiffany Stratton, and more. Meanwhile, JD McDonough, the Boys and Girls Club of America's official Instagram handle, and retired basketball player Tracy Murray left wholesome comments on it. WWE legend Natalya praised Raquel Rodriguez's performance at Night of Champions. After her match against Rhea Ripley at Night of Champions, Raquel Rodriguez took to Instagram to send a message. In her post's comments section, Natalya praised her performance, writing that the star crushed it against Ripley, and she was extremely proud of Big Mami Cool. "You crushed it. I'm so proud of you," Natalya wrote. Check out a screenshot of her comment below. It will be interesting to see what the Triple H-led creative team has planned for Raquel Rodriguez's future. WWE Night of Champions 2025 results. Rhea Ripley rips through Raquel Rodriguez to win the street fight. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez, once the best of friends and a tag team that was a threat to everyone else. Now, the two are inexplicably done with each other, after Rodriguez betrayed Ripley in the worst way possible. The Night of Champions in Riyadh is a night of some lit matches, and this segment started with a video that went in depth about the friends-turned-foes, Ripley and Rodriguez, as the two opponents make their entrance in Kingdom Arena to a deafening crowd. Raquel Rodriguez is bigger but Rhea Ripley is smarter. La Mas Ruda by Def Rebel plays in the background as Raquel Rodriguez walks out to the stage and into the ring in Kingdom Arena. She has both the tag team title belts with her, and fans cheer on the Judgment Day member. Soon after, Demon in Your Dreams by Def Rebel plays as Rhea Ripley makes her entrance. Ripley is on a streak with a 4-1 record against Raquel Rodriguez, and a 31-3 one-on-one record since 2022. Things start slow, with Raquel Rodriguez initially having the upper hand with her dominant physical stature, but Rhea Ripley makes her mark soon enough. They know each other and their moves well, which is both a pro and a con in this situation. After throwing some punches at each other, Mami gets herself trapped in the ropes, a situation that Rodriguez takes full advantage of. She brings out the first weapon of the night, a stick, and attacks Ripley. The former then brings a chair, but Rhea Ripley kicks it to the face of her opponent and finally frees herself. Rodriguez brings out a table after throwing Ripley into a headboard, but her next step proves faulty when Rhea Ripley smashes her face first into the steel steps and then takes out her belt and gets hitting. Both come back inside the ring, but Ripley keeps hitting with her belt, and she almost gets the win. She goes for a prism trap, when Roxanne Perez attacks from behind. Mami is enraged and goes to town on her, but this also gives Raquel Rodriguez time to gather her strength and attacks Ripley. The match comes to an end after Rhea Ripley gets on the table, smashes Raquel Rodriguez's face in, brings her up to the table, and then ends it with a riptide. After all the back and forth, Even though her opponent gave her a tough fight, it was Mami who emerged as the winner of the night. Rhea Ripley wins the street fight by pinfall. Rhea Ripley reveals why she hated husband Buddy Matthews at first. "Sir, how dare you?" She hated the wrestler, then fell for the man behind the persona. Rhea Ripley admits her first impression of Buddy Matthews was far from loving. Rhea Ripley surprised fans when she recently confessed that she once couldn't stand her now husband, AEW star Buddy Matthews. In a playful social media post, Ripley shared a reel showing partners who drift apart, then quipped that her own relationship went the opposite way. The WWE Women's World Championship contender admitted that she despised him in the beginning, all because Matthews had laid out popular NXT wrestler Sway with a forearm to the face. Today, the duo is happily married and proving that first impressions can be overturned. From heel heat to husband. Ripley told Insight host Chris Van Vliet that her initial dislike stemmed from seeing Matthews punch Sway during their Australian independent circuit days. "I used to hate him," she laughed, recalling her outrage at the move. Despite praising his in-ring skill, saying that he moves so incredibly well for the size that he is, Ripley admitted she hated him with a passion when he debuted as a heel. She tells Vliet, "Because I love Sway, which was a female wrestler, and he just punched Sway straight in the face. I was like, sir, how dare you?" A love story in reverse. Their romance began in 2022, and quickly blossomed into an engagement in August 2023. The wrestler duo ultimately tied the knot with a private wedding last June. Ripley recently celebrated the milestone with a cheeky Instagram story, writing "Reverse the role" at SNM_Buddy alongside a video of partners growing apart, pointing out how the contrary happened with them. During the interview, she also told Vliet that over time, her relationship with Matthews got better, until eventually, he became someone special to her. "Matt is the best husband I could ever ask for. He does absolutely everything for me." Today, Ripley competes for WWE's top women's prize at Evolution 2, while Matthews recovers from injury in AEW. WWE Rising Stars and Fading Stars. Rhea Ripley is a star solo. Sikoa has momentum. Bayley and Valkyria both undermined in feud, plus Raquel Rodriguez, New Day. A poor portrayal of a powerful mastermind was replaced by a compelling portrayal of a resentful cousin. Sikoa appeared far more comfortable speaking, and a new side of his personality emerged. The result has been unexpectedly entertaining. Sikoa pleaded with Fatu, saying he always loved and respected him, so earnestly that it almost seemed like he believed it. Against all available evidence, fans couldn't help but half believe as well. In spite of these performances, many fans assumed their Night of Champions match for the United States title would be won handily by Fatu. It was not to be. The return of Tonga Loa and debut of Hikuleo were enough to grant Sikoa victory and earn him his first main roster title. Now, with fresh momentum, an updated roster, and a brand new championship reign, the new Bloodline has re-emerged as a faction to watch. Sikoa has earned a rare do-over, a chance to make good on his previous failure. With greater confidence, renewed energy, and a fresh handle on his character, Sikoa seems poised to succeed. Second runner-up, Raquel Rodriguez. Featured a headliner in NXT, but most of Rodriguez's 3 years on the main roster has seen her in a background role. Paired with Liv Morgan in the Judgment Day starting in October, she shifted to an enforcer role, a sort of Diesel to Morgan's Shawn Michaels. In practice, Rodriguez was more often than the fall guy, taking beatings and losses intended for Morgan. Any babyface feuding with Morgan needed to defeat Rodriguez first. Rodriguez, a natural powerhouse, was rarely featured as the monster heel that her size might suggest. Rodriguez's acting in Judgment Day segments was the weakest of the group. In contrast to Morgan's ostentatious swagger, Rodriguez came off as bland and uninteresting. However, in capturing the tag team titles with Morgan a remarkable 4 times, Rodriguez was able to remain in the upper mid-card at the women's division, featured in TV matches regularly. The team wrestled for the titles at WrestleMania and seemed bound to face Nikki Bella and IYO SKY at Evolution. Morgan's injury 2 weeks ago on Raw cast doubt on Rodriguez's status. Would she be shuffled down the card or take a more prominent role? The latter, if Rodriguez's match against Ripley at Night of Champions was any indication. We are used to seeing Ripley taking on the part of powerhouse, but not so against Rodriguez. Rodriguez's offense looked devastating. Ripley emphatically sold and appearing unusually vulnerable. Even in loss, Rodriguez looked more dominant than we've seen her in years. Wade Barrett was quick to take notice. He addressed Rodriguez with an old nickname. "We haven't heard much lately, Big Mami cool," and called the match a coming-out party for Rodriguez. So it was. Interference by Roxanne Perez, as ineffective as it was, signaled an ongoing partnership between the two. This was confirmed when Rodriguez agreed to name Perez her partner and co-champion on Raw. Perez is not yet a star like Morgan, so it seems Rodriguez will take on a dominant role in their relationship. Their contrasting styles, Rodriguez as a commanding powerhouse and Perez as a cunning trickster and bump taker, will add an interesting element to their matches. Given Rodriguez's limited mic skills, she should leave most of the talking to Perez. When Liv ultimately returns, she may feel betrayed by Rodriguez's partnership with Perez. This could set up a natural feud that has the potential to be high-profile.